What I am about to tell you happened a long time ago, in the early 1980s. My family consisted of just me and my parents. We lived in a small apartment complex on the outskirts of town. In front of the building was a shared courtyard, which we shared with an identical building across from us. It was always full of kids running, laughing, and playing together. One day, a new girl joined us. She introduced herself as Emily and said that her family had moved into the neighboring building 2 days ago. She was eager to make friends. I remember being completely mesmerized by her. Her bright green eyes were incredibly beautiful. She had a unique charm, and we quickly welcomed her into our group. Very soon, she became my best friend. One day, I noticed a ring on her finger. It had a bright green stone in the center. At that time, girls didn't usually wear jewelry. We played with cheap trinkets or even made rings out of candy wrappers. But Emily's ring was unusual. I had never seen anything like it before. She told me it was a gift from her aunt, who had once been engaged. Her fiancé had handcrafted the ring for her, but they never got married, and the ring remained unwanted. So, the aunt gave it to her niece. I loved that ring. The only piece of jewelry I had was a tiny ring I had won at a carnival game, where you threw balls into holes to earn points. Back then, it was the most coveted prize for girls. But compared to Emily's unique, handcrafted ring, my prize looked like a child's toy. So, I asked my mom to let me wear her silver ring with a delicate pink stone. It was too small for her, but for me, it fit perfectly. The next day, I proudly showed it to Emily. She was fascinated by the fact that it was real silver. She asked to try it on, and in return, she let me wear hers. I don't know what came over me, but at that moment, I suggested that we trade rings permanently. To my surprise, she agreed. But after a few days, she changed her mind. She said she missed her ring, especially the green stone that matched her eyes so well. I was furious. We had made a deal. I hadn't forced her. Upset, I took back my mom's ring and threw hers at her feet. We didn't talk for several days. Then, one evening, I overheard my parents talking about Emily. My father, who was a doctor, said that she had a serious heart condition. I didn't understand all the medical terms, but I did understand one thing: people with her condition didn't live long. That night, I cried, but I never told anyone what I had learned. Emily and I made up, and I learned to be more patient with her. 2 years passed. I started to think that maybe she had gotten better, maybe doctors had found a way to help her. But I was wrong. One day, Emily collapsed. They rushed her to the hospital. But she never came home. That was my first experience with death. Just days before, she had been playing with us, laughing, telling me her secrets. And then she was gone. A month passed. One day, my grandmother came to visit, and we went to the park. We walked, rode the carousel, and ate ice cream. It was hot, and it melted in my hands. My grandmother took out a handkerchief to wipe my hands and noticed my mom's silver ring. She scolded me for getting such a beautiful thing all messy, took it off my finger, and put it in her purse. When we got home, the ring was gone. We searched the entire purse, checked every pocket, but we couldn't find it. I was devastated. A few days later, something strange happened. I was coming home from school when, for no reason at all, I decided to sit on a bench near our building. Usually, I went straight inside, but that day, I just felt like sitting there. Then, something shiny caught my eye. I bent down. It was Emily's ring, exactly the same one, the unique, handmade ring with the green stone. I picked it up, but instead of fear, I felt warmth. When I walked inside, my mom met me at the door. She told me that Emily's grandmother had just stopped by. She came to invite us to a memorial gathering. It had been exactly 40 days since Emily passed. I reached into my pocket and slipped the ring onto my finger. And at that moment, I understood. Somehow, in some inexplicable way, Emily had truly given me her ring forever. And in return, she had taken mine. Just as we had agreed all those years ago. Many years have passed since then. You won't believe it, but I still have Emily's ring. I have moved many times, misplaced things, thought I had lost it forever. But every time, it found its way back to me. There are days when sadness overwhelms me, when life feels unbearably heavy. But when that happens, I take out the ring with the green stone, hold it in my hands, and think. Nothing in this world happens by chance. And suddenly, everything feels lighter. I find the strength to keep going.